Y'all, this your boy Anti-Simp, back with a new video. And the name of this video is relationships are not one size fit all. I'm gonna try to make this quick because I'm outside, and normally it's windy out here, so y'all hear windy noise in the background. But somebody, I don't know who the fuck it is, but somebody out here is just out here with a Dodge or something really noisy. You can probably hear it in the background. You hear it? Somebody in the background just fucking around with, like, they're bored, man, and it's annoying. It makes recording really hard. Because when I go back into the building or whatever the case is, it's noisy because of the generators and all that other shit. So I'm gonna try to make this quick and short. Because I did say on Sundays I was going to release a video. I said I was going to release a video on Wednesdays as well. So let's get to it before this motherfucker come back around. So it seems like every year at least four times a year, the same posts on Twitter get brought up about who should pay, and that discussion only involves black men. Look, I don't have an issue with women wanting to live a life life of staying at home and not doing anything. I'm sorry, the pauses is because these cars, man. I don't know what's up with these people out here, man. Why they so slow, and why they want to make so much noise. Anyway, I don't have an issue with women wanting to live a life of not paying anything. I don't have an issue with them wanting to live free and not have to worry about any bills or having to take care of anything, and just doing whatever they want with their income, or their man gives them money and they still do whatever they want with the money. I don't have an issue with that. I'm not red pill and I'm not MGTOW, so those type of things don't bother me. So them having the man as a provider and them doing whatever they want, I don't have an issue with that. I don't have an issue with women who want to live like that. The only problem I have is when these bitches get out of pocket. When these bitches don't stay in their lane. They decide that they want to talk down on men and women sometimes who like to split bills. And it's like, y'all shaming tactics come out, and realistically, we aren't even compatible. We aren't programmed to date each other. Your one-size-fits-all relationship mentality isn't for us, and I want to be rich. I want to be rich and stay rich, and I can't do that paying some bitch's bills. Even if we live together. The only way I'd be cool with paying all the bills in the relationship is if she was making at least 75% of my income. Because then I know that if I paid all of the bills, we're living on one income. I know that with the other income, we can do a lot of other things. A lot of opportunities come up, and the possibilities is endless. We could do a whole lot of things with that money. We could start a business with that money, provided that we're debt free, which I am debt free, and any broad I fuck with is debt free as well. So we could do a bunch of different things with that money. We can start a business. We can invest. Those are things that people who talk money advise. That's the advice that they give, is that you before you do anything with your money, make sure you're debt free, and do not finance a car, because financing cars is for broke people who can't afford to pay with cash. So that's the only way I'd be cool with paying all of the bills in the house, is if her income is basically what's going into our savings account. Because then I know that we're going to be straight. Not only are we going to be straight, we're going to have emergency funds. We're going to have not even just one emergency fund. We're going to have two emergency funds. We're going to have multiple emergency funds, long term and short term, so that when things like this pandemic come around, we don't have to be worrying about things like the rest of these people out here would be worried about. 52% of the people 52% of the population make less than 30 grand a year. Less than 30 grand a year. And most people don't even have a checking or savings account. Most people don't even have $400 in their checking or savings account. Most people cannot afford, they couldn't even produce $1,000 to $2,000 within 30 days. And you got bras out here talking about be the man and provide. And they don't even tell you what they're contributing to the relationship. So you will have a lot of females who don't contribute to the relationship, talking about the man needs to provide, and he's pretty much going to be going into debt. Or he's going to be struggling. They're both going to be, or he's going to be struggling. If she has her own income, she'll take advantage of the fact that she lives there like his daughter, but she won't contribute to the relationship. I know that they will not contribute to the relationship based off of the things that they're saying, because that's not even being brought up that they're going to do something with the money that they're bringing in. And some of the women I've seen talking, you know, from the cats I follow, I'm glad I'm not the type of dudes that they fuck, that I'm glad I'm not a simp, basically. I'm glad I'm not a simp or some type of square-ass dude that that's just naive. And you're going to get with a woman who's not going to help you out when times get rough. Or in general, so that you never have a tough time. I remember having a broad who told me that her mother didn't do anything. Her parents were white and she was black. She told me that her mother didn't do anything. Her father basically just brought in all the money. And I can't help but think of how much more money could they have brought in if her mother had her own income. I'm not even saying that her mother would have to work. Even if she had a business, a successful business that she could pass down to her children, that would work. Because she herself has a trust fund. She was a trust fund baby. When she reaches a certain age, she's going to be able to get a certain amount of money, and then her parents are going to pretty much cut her off after that. I wouldn't even have, she doesn't know anything about finances. I can't fuck with females who are not financially literate. So for them to say that, you know, the man must provide, only thing they do when they say things like that is they let me know that they're financially retarded. Because every financial advisor, every person who talks finances, who knows anything about finances, knows how fiscally irresponsible it is for the man to be paying all of the bills in the relationship. And you would never ever see them say something so stupid like that. So bitches be exposing how financially retarded they are, and that they don't know anything about money. You know you want to spend it, but you don't know how to save it. You don't know how to save it. You don't know what to do with the money. You might know how to make it. There's a possibility that a lot of these broads, that some of these broads actually make money, and they make a high income, because it's not hard for them. They have a lot of these opportunities. They have a lot more opportunities than black men do. But let's not act like they know how to save it, and that they know how to manage their income. Because a lot of them be having. I met women who have had more money, who made more money than me, but didn't save more money than me. I knew women who had car notes. You know how much the average car note is? About $500. Between $500 and $550. If you add that up over 12 months, for every year, that's about $6,000 a year that you're out of pocket for. That probably could have went to a car, and you could have minimized the payments that you were paying for it. You could have took $6,000 and got a used car like a Honda or something that's reliable, something that doesn't cost a lot of maintenance, and the repair upkeep wouldn't kill you. That's what you could be doing with that money. But the idea that, you know, a man should provide and you don't know anything, you are just exposing your financial illiteracy. Every time y'all speak, y'all just exposed how stupid y'all are, man. But like I said, I know a chick who had a 550 car note, because the car that she had previously, on top of the one she already has, she had gotten into an accident, and they really wasn't trying to hear that. She still had to pay payments on that car. So she's paying for maintenance. She's paying for multiple car notes. She's even leasing her phone just so she can have a good credit score. Cash is king, yo. Anybody with any financial knowledge will tell you that. If you Google why do people have a car note, the top article that's going to pop up is from Forbes, and it's going to tell you the number one thing that's killing your wealth would be a car note. People will tell you how financially irresponsible it is to have a car note. But these bitches are gonna sit up there and talk about how broke you are. They don't know anything about money, man. So you couldn't even fuck with me. You're financially retarded. And if you're not down with, you know, taking your percentage of your check, not a percentage, your whole check, and putting it away for us, even though all the bills and expenses are taken care of with one income, then you can't fuck with me anyway. I'm way above your league. I'm way out of your league. You are telling me how that I'm out of your league, but that doesn't matter because you are financially retarded. Our values are not different. You want to sit home and dig in your man's pockets, or, you know, have your own income. You are going to try to roll a boat with an iceberg cut into it, into the fucking bottom of the ocean. That's what you're going to do. Because he would be financially retarded if he's okay with that as well. You get a man that's okay with paying all of your bills and you not contributing to the household financially. He's financially retarded as well. But if you can find a man like that, then I'm cool with y'all, you know, I'm cool with y'all situation. I'm cool with y'all wanting to live like that. I don't have anything bad. I would not say anything bad about y'all because you want to live like that. But stay in your lane. Do not come for those of us who want to split bills and who want to build wealth. Do not come for us. Because if you're not down with splitting, with putting 75%, not 75%, if you're not willing to be in the ballpark range of 75% of my income, and you know that's what's going to our savings account, that's what's going to fund, you know, other things that we want, because like I said, I want to build generational wealth. If you're not on the same page of building wealth and riches, then you know you don't have to diss each other. We don't have to talk about it. We don't have to ever speak about this topic of money ever again. We are not compatible. So why are you continuously bringing up people who wouldn't even fuck with you? Why are you continue to say stuff about people who wouldn't even fuck with you? We aren't compatible. You're not going to tell me I'm not a man. Hell, you can't even manage your finances properly. How are you going to tell somebody how to be an adult? You can't even be an adult properly. A lot of you bitches be in debt. You might make... one thing my friend, my homie had told me about, he told me about a dude he knew that was like a trash truck driver, or he worked in... and he worked as I think a janitor or something. I guess he had a high position or whatever. He made about $50,000 a year, and his girl made like $100,000 a year. And at times the girl was upset because she made more money, so she had to and instead of just thinking like on his $50,000 check they could just live off of that, and with the $100,000 she made, they could be putting that away for like a business or many other different things. She just tripped over it. You know, you do have guys out there whose their sense of self-worth is based off of how much more money they make than women, but then you also got women out here who their sense of self-worth is how much more money that men make. Some of us wouldn't even care that women made more money. Like I said, I knew a girl who made more money than I did, but I saved more money than she did. I had more money than she did. Or have, because had is like in the past or whatever. But I got more money than she has. I educate myself on money and building money and making more money and how to keep it. But she had multiple car notes, you know what I'm saying? And she was working a ton of hours to be able to pay for this stuff. I think we worked in the same field when it came down to talking about our jobs and what we did for a living. And she made around the same, she made more money than me, and she worked more hours than I did. But when she talked about this, she even leased a phone. Like, I had leased a phone one time, and that's because I was in a bad situation, and I didn't think I could afford it outright, you know. So, and that goes back to my statement that people who finance things can't afford to pay cash. I didn't think it would be a good financial decision to actually pay the phone outright. The phone was like $150. I decided to lease it. Realistically, I probably would have never done it again, because I paid off the phone. It took me about 2 to 3 years to pay off the phone, and I could have just at any time paid off the phone, but I just kept stringing it along, and I ended up paying more for the phone leasing it than I did if I just outright paid $150 for the phone on the spot, taxes included. But I was going through a bad time that year, and I wasn't financially educated as I am nowadays. You know, I would not have an issue. Like, it's not hard for me. I use mostly Android phones, but I have iPods, iPhones, and other things, and it wouldn't be hard to get those things because I know other financial. I know ways around certain things. So I would probably choose a refurbished phone over buying anything new. I don't have an issue with buying refurbished things because it allows me to have more money in my pocket while there are people out there financing phones or buying phones that they shouldn't be buying as an unnecessary expense. I bought a PS4. The only thing I probably wouldn't buy used is PS4 controllers, because a lot of times, like, I bought a PS4 controller and I got it from GameStop. No, I bought a PS4 console and it came with a controller. And after a while of playing with the controller, it just acted weird, which I'm not even sure if GameStop even played with the controller long enough they would have found out. I mean, maybe they would have found out, but, you know, when I played with it, it acted weird, you know. So I ended up buying a new controller, but that's what I would have done differently. I was trying to, you know, be frugal, but I was trying to be too frugal, and there's some things that I shouldn't be cheap on. I would buy a brand new controller. There's some games I would buy brand new. There's some games I would buy at the PSN store, or, you know, however else you can get games on the PlayStation. But I would not. There's some things I wouldn't. I would get a system, you know, refurbished. I wouldn't have an issue doing that. They are just cheaper. It doesn't mean that they're not working. The controller on the other hand is a different story. I wouldn't get those. I wouldn't buy those used. But that's it, man. That's all the time I have. I didn't even mean for this to go on. I know what I said at the beginning of the video, but I ended up, you know, rambling because, like, when these bras talk about money, they just expose how stupid they are. They don't know what they're talking about. And it's easy to just get so passionately about this, because I know shit. And these people, like, every time they decide to have a discussion, they think they're laughing at us, but in reality, people who got money or who know money are laughing at them. One bitch tried to laugh at me for saying, like, oh, you using Android on Twitter or whatever cases, you don't got no money. It's like, it's not hard to get an iPhone. It really ain't hard. I have, like, on me right now, I have 2 Android phones. One is the LG V10 and the other one is a Moto, I forgot. I just know it's a Moto G. I think it's a Moto G4 or something like that. I've had multiple, like, low-end and high-end phones. And I also have had iPhones, iPods, all of that stuff. Man, it's not hard to come by. But I like having money more than I like buying expensive, stupid shit. So anyway, that's all the time I have for. I'm sorry for going on for so long. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to, you know, get notifications for every time I drop a video, hit the bell notification. All of my social media handles are in the description. My Twitter, Instagram, Facebook page, my email address in case you want to contact me. As well as if you like I said, if you fuck with me or whatever case you want to show your support, you can donate if you like. I'm doing this shit for free, and that's all I got to say, man. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.